Okay, let's count these players down in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tetris! All right. We have officially started qual slot number 4 here, the last qual slot of Friday here, AJ. And right off the bat, we see a bit of difference in strategy. We have Meme doing a level 19 start, which allows her to get through the games faster, and all the other players choosing a bit more relaxed approach for their first game.
Yes. It's very interesting to see the differences of strategy here. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. And there's a lot of strategy to your qualifiers. Like, when I was just up there a few minutes ago, it was... Initially, I started off with 18, but then I didn't feel good enough with 18 anymore. I felt like my rhythm was off, so I switched to 19. And a bit of that's also the time pressure, too. If you're towards the very end of your qualifier, you do want to get in as many games as you can, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Get all those points, as many as you possibly can, yes.
Absolutely. And with this qual format, right, let's explain that really quick for all of you at home who might be a bit confused. Of course, last year we had the number of maxout qual format, and that ended up working pretty well for quite a few years. But then recently with the advent of rolling and all these top players who make maxouts look like they're nothing, you know. I know it's pretty crazy for someone like AJ who's, you know.
Who's never done that ever, who has never gotten close.
Yes, right? But the levels to the game have just gone up so crazily. It's like we had to change the qual format. So this year, how it works is if you get a 1 million point score, you get 2 points. And for every 100,000 points after that, you get 1. So a nice way to think about it. I think it was Scooty who told me this. Scooty, if I got that wrong, and if it wasn't you, forgive me. But Scooty told me that just look at the second digit of your score. So if you have a 1.1, look at the 1, add 2, and that's going to be how many points from your game. So that's a nice way to think of it for all of you at home who might, you know, not be the greatest at math, which, I mean...
Yeah, I can only count to 4, so I don't know how well that'll work for me, but I think for the rest of the people...
Yeah, 4 is a big number, man.
Yeah.
Like, once you get to 5, whew, that's when it gets scary.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. But right now, these players starting off decently clean. Meme here going on row 2, but pace-wise, she's doing pretty well. And Andy just kind of playing the classic Andy playstyle. I was actually playing with Das right now, which is very interesting to notice. Of course, Andy's one of the greatest Das players in the world as well. He has won, I don't know how many Das Masters. I think he's won almost all of them. So, yeah, Andy, obviously very used to the Das playstyle, but able to switch to rolling as well. I think that's going to be his strategy here, AJ, is kind of saving his arms, saving his wrists for when he gets into those faster speeds.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That would make sense, too. With, it'll be interesting to see that as well as the time goes on, what is going to sort of develop with the strategies of each player's game over here. So
yeah. Meme with a very kind of unoptimal start here. She's had a few placements that she obviously wouldn't wish to have, and this board's not that great. Let's see. She could definitely dig out of this, but for a qual format like this where your highest scores really do matter and you can't really just afford to line out to a max out like we used to be able to do, something like this for Meme is not great. And yeah, we're just seeing a few misdrops from her, which is not necessarily what we're used to. Yeah, meanwhile, we have Scout, who's actually on a pretty solid game right here. Of course, Scout does have a max out. He's obviously known for his content, but Scout is a pretty solid Tetris player for himself. Like, obviously, look at these top players, right? They're dropping rollovers and stuff, but getting a max out is not easy.
No.
Yeah. Yeah, and Meme here looks like she's going to get a sub 500k transition, which is pretty below average, definitely below average for Meme, actually. But yeah, because of that, she's staying on row 2. She doesn't really want to give up much more pace. And yeah, the equivalent level 19 transition at 130 lines of 468, that's a pretty subpar game for Meme, but it's good to get those bad games out of your system early on.
True. We're just warming up here. We're just getting started.
Yeah.
A whole hour and 25 minutes.
Yes, hour and 25 minutes remain here, folks. Now, AJ, when it comes to qualifying for the Mario tournament, right? What type of mentality or what type of things do you focus on that may apply to these Tetris players up here?
Well, you know, it's go big or go home, eyeball. You know, that's exactly what works. You do all of the hardest tricks, it's all of the most difficult things as best as you can. If it doesn't work out, then you know you just need to get better at the game, in my opinion. So you know, but in in reality, it would depend on the category because there are two different. I guess types of races that we're going to end up doing. There's one where we're all just going to be going at the exact same time, and
Yep, that's the what do you call it? The simul races, I guess.
Yeah. That's right.
Yep. So if you've ever seen Flibbity Dibbity's YouTube channel, he has a bunch of content on this whole program that he made where simultaneous Mario speedruns. Very similar. Actually, it was inspired by the CTWC, the technology that Flibbity made. Yeah. So all the Mario speedrunning games can go at once. The Marios overlap each other. It's really awesome how he did that. So yeah, in terms of that, there are two main events for the Mario tournament. Really quickly, there's the simultaneous one, and then there's the LTA, which is where you try to get your highest score at a certain, basically fastest any percent run you can get in 2 hours.
Within a certain amount
Something like that, right? Yeah. So this qual format for Tetris is definitely more like the LTA, where you're getting as many high scores as you can within 2 hours. That's definitely the type of comparison I would make there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of high scores here, Meme has brought back the pace slightly. A max out before 29 is more on the table now, but yeah, she's still in a bit of a dig. She's been in a bad board situation, in a few dig situations throughout most of this game. So she's looking to make this up on 29. And of course, Meme, very, very good at 29. That's how she beat me last year in the top 4 and in Toronto and in all the regionals that she's won. So she definitely has that up the upper bag. Looking at these other players, Scout is actually on a great game himself here. This is some impressive stuff from Scout. Like, we could see a 900K from him, which I'm sure would be, like, above the expectations of what he was trying to get here. And Zrobot also on a very good game here. Almost 800K, yeah, 779 going into 23 is very good pace for Zrobot. And he, of course, 12-year-old, 11-year-old, somewhere around there, Tetris prodigy.
That's
okay,
pretty impressive, man.
Extremely impressive. What's the youngest Mario speedrunner we've ever had?
I don't even know, man.
Like, a few of us started when we were like 13, but
Yeah.
Zrobot's even younger than that, and he's already proving that he can hang out with the top.
Yeah,
So
that's crazy.
it's impressive stuff.
I think he was over on our side a couple hours ago trying to do some of the harder tricks over here, and I think I'll speak for myself. I'm a little worried that if he does start to play Mario, he's going to absolutely wreck the entire game for
Yeah,
us.
so Zrobot, don't try to play Mario, but we have Meme going into level 29 here, just under max out. And of course, these players, if they don't score any type of points on the kill screen, they at least want a max out because that gives them the ability to get points on the table, of course. This is a very aggressive stack here from Meme, getting the bar to open it up, waiting for more though, and yeah, this board's just not working out. Those pieces are not great. This is going to be a difficult dig. Oh, yeah, this is super difficult. It's doable. A bar would be perfect. And she gets the bar for the max out. That is so clutch. Great pieces from Meme there. So that's going to put 2 points on the table for her. And she might actually dig this out. This is... Oh, no.
Oh.
I cursed her. I'm so sorry, Meme. My bad. But still, a max out for Meme on a game like that, I think you take that. She salvaged whatever she could get out of that situation. Could have been 0 points.
Yeah.
So she will definitely take that.
Very
But
good.
meanwhile, these other players, Scout here is still going strong. He is at, wow, this isn't max out pace, but he could get a very high 900K, 890K, something like that. Very good for Scout. But meanwhile, Zrobot with the max out, about to go into level 29 here, folks.
Wow.
Let's see how his 29 is. Of course, the young kid, you know, the attention spans are getting lower these days. They all play 29, so let's see how he fares here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see a little head shake. He's already doing the Tetris head shake, learning from a young age. And Scout's going to top out on the other game at 782 on 27. There was a lot of potential for him there, but still, very good showing from Scout in the first game.
Zrobot on the edge of another point.
Yep, there we go. So Zrobot up to a 1.1. A few misdrops here, not getting the spin. So this is going to be a pretty difficult dig. I like that flat burn, though. Great L piece, great J, and it looks like he's going to get out of the thick of it here. Very well done.
Wow. Right
Yeah,
for the beam at any moment.
Yeah, and on the bottom right there, I missed it, but Andy topped out going right into 29 here. As you can see from that drought count, he had a bit of a drought there, so he's still able to put on 2 points on the board, but of course, these players are looking for their 1.7s, 1.8s, right? Wow, Zro, oh my goodness. Gets the J.
Wow.
Needs like 2 bars here, will probably do it. This is diggable though. Needs an L, gets the L, gets, double flip on the J, but it's still doable. Zrobot does not give up. Oh, misses the J left and is going to be just short of a 1.2, but Zrobot with an outstanding performance, trying to dig out of that sticky situation in game number 1 for him, so very well played. All right, AJ, watching him try to dig out of that, I mean, just from a casual perspective, what do you think about some of those moves?
I don't know how people think this quickly, man. Like, especially when we get to 29, I don't know how anyone does it this well or just do it at all to begin with. I don't know. You guys, Tetris players, man, are a different breed.
Yeah, I mean, I remember when I first got into the game, like, I remember watching level 19 because I got in during 2019, 2018 World Championship era. I remember watching these players on 19 and trying to play along with them, trying to think of like, okay, this piece goes here, this piece goes here. And these players were just like seeing moves I would never see. And sometimes that still even happens for me. It's definitely like really impressive stuff at the highest level.
I see this exact same thing when watching people play, especially towards the quicker levels.
And of course with Mario speedrunning on your end, right, AJ, it's a bit of the same thing, all the hard glitches and tricks that you do, it just...
Sure.
You know, or all
not quite this like on the fly. It's almost like you're kind of trying to anticipate. In this case.
Yeah.
Which pieces you're going to get, which pieces you need over here. It's not just like you do certain inputs at certain times and you get the trick. It's you have to be ready to kind of what's the word I'm looking for? Not improvise, but just kind of go off of what you're given.
Yeah, for sure. That's a big part of the game because obviously the pieces are random, so you have to make your stack accommodating for as many of them as you can. And sometimes, as you can see with Meme's board right now, that accommodation just wasn't really there. That's why she's in a bit of a dig. Gonna get out of it though. But yeah, this is a better paced game for Meme here. Already about matching your transition score from the previous one at 100 lines. So we're looking at about a high 500K, which is much better than the last game for sure. Yeah, a few unfortunate misdraws for Scout on the top there. I think his goal would be something like a max out today. I don't know.
Gets the beam.
Gets the beam. Yes. But he tops out right after. Yeah, you might hear the beam a few times tonight from us. It's a little bit of an inside joke, but it's actually it comes from this one Twitch streamer we saw who actually called the long bar a beam. And ever since that point, we're like, you know, calling the bar a beam is actually like it's pretty fun.
That's what it's called now for us.
Yeah. Like, even I call it the beam. Like, here, you know, I'm going to try to be professional, right? I'm going to call it the long bar, but...
Oh, but I'm not. I can say whatever.
Yeah. We have the intern here who's going to say a whole bunch of random stuff and get fired, right? No, just kidding. AJ, you're keeping your job.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, don't worry.
Thank you.
Yeah. Where the beam at? Yes, sir, Lukuki. Yeah, so Meme here is about 600K. You see a little double flip from her. I think that was a bit of swag for me. Of course, the swag in Mario speedrunning is a classic little attribute of what happens when you're a top player. And I try to incorporate that a little bit too in my games. If you saw me doing a few like little trick flips or something.
It's an excellent run killer for sure. Yeah.
Excellent run killer. And you see that does happen in Tetris too. Sometimes these players do get a little bit cocky and then set up some stuff where, you know, maybe they're on the roll, they're getting a whole lot of bars, and then suddenly it doesn't come, and you're like, man, what am I doing?
Again, it begs the question, where, in fact, is the beam?
Yes, where is the beam? Meme choosing to use that beam as a flat burn instead of the Tetris. We'll see where that puts her. It'll cost her a few burns, but it keeps her board clean, and sometimes it's a bit of a juggling act when you're playing Tetris. Do you keep the board clean? Do you go for Tetrises? Stuff like that. And like similar to Mario speedrunning as well, like if you're tied with your personal best, you know, it's like going to 8-4, do you go for this trick? Do you go for fast excel? Stuff like that.
Oh, man.
Yeah, of course, AJ very familiar with that. He actually has a better personal best than I do.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So, and he's had that for how many years now?
5? Something like that?
Something like that, yeah. As you can tell, we are old.
I am incredibly washed.
Not as washed as I am. As you can tell, I kind of prioritize most of my time in this game instead of Mario. But every now and then I make a quick return, you know, stuff like that. How can I make this about Mario speedrunning? I gotta relate to the people. We have a chatter here saying why I relate to Mario speedrunning, because life is a circle, Adrian. Everything comes back together.
That's exactly right. That was beautiful.
Yeah. All right, yeah, Zrobot's in a bit of a sticky situation here on level 18. It was decently paced. That missed bar left, you could tell from his reaction, not expecting to miss that tap, and now he's going to be in a bit of a dig. But Meme's board finally getting super clean over here, and she's looking to get a max out on level 27 here, AJ.
Wow.
Everything returns to Mario speedrunning. Yes.
Obviously.
Come on now. It's
where
like,
else would it go? I don't understand.
It's the basis of everything that we do in life.
That's right.
Yeah, so Meme getting the max out going into level 28 here. So with this pace, oh no, those missed spins are not going to help her one bit. And yeah, digging before level 29 is not what you want to be doing right now. But clean solves. There's the beam.
Good.
Beautiful timing. That was some adequate solution on that bar timing right there.
Indeed, my friend, indeed.
And yeah, waiting for pieces here. That board's not clean, but the bar bails her out a little bit. So that's going to be very helpful for her. And gets another Tetris. Yeah, so she's at a 1-point run right now. This is a very solid game for Meme. Going into, what was it? Could have been a pretty bad situation.
Boom,
yeah,
Tetris.
She's hoping to slam down Tetrises here.
Wow.
Yeah, a bit of a scary board. I love that safety placement there, though, from her. Getting Tetris ready again, and boom, Tetris for Meme. Almost at 1.2 now. Someone in the chat just said maxout. I'm not that Canadian. Come on now. Do I sound like that, AJ?
You're going to get another maxout there, you know.
Oh yeah, bud. So Meme here at a 1.24, eh? I know a few people that actually talk like that. It's crazy. Shouts to Clive. So anyway, Meme here looking to get that 1.3 million. Now we'll get her 5 points on the board, and there we go. So Meme at a 1.3. This is an okay start for her, but a player like Meme, you know, she's probably looking to drop 1.7s here, right? And this is doable. Like getting 300K for the second part of 29. It is very, very doable right now. This board is aggressive. I'm not sure if that was intentional or not, moving that J. And yeah, this is very difficult. Doesn't get a piece left. The Meme's topping out at 1.3. So that's going to be 5 points added to her score. Not an incredible start per se, but it's decent. She's getting into the groove of things.
Very good. Meanwhile, PixelAndy just maxing out here. Getting a couple points on the board.
Yep, that's right. PixelAndy here. Looking at a 1.1 into 29. I don't know if 1.2 is possible. Playing Tetris for 1.5 hours straight kind of ruins your mental, your cognition a little bit, right?
I can imagine, yeah.
Yeah, so I'll be in the nursing home when Andy gets to level 39 here. But yeah, taking the safety burns as well. I like that from Andy. Just trying to get that good board into level 29. Oh, yeah, but these pieces are not good in the drought. Where's the beam at for Andy here? Oh, no, those pieces are just not good. There's the beam. Sacrificing his board for the Tetris. Will he get it?
Wow.
Oh, misses the bar, right? So Andy's topping out at a 1.1. Not too bad, but that board going to 29 just kind of ruins your momentum a little bit, and that's not what you want to see.
Yeah.
Go back. Where's Linder at?
Meanwhile, Zrobot just getting his max out here. Going into 29. Again, just watching these players, man, from an outside perspective, it's just mesmerizing. Again, I have no idea how any of these people think this quickly, but they're just finding ways to do it.
I know. All right, Zro here now on level 29. And yeah, okay,
Wow.
that's going to be a top out from him. Just before the 1.1, actually, you can tell he hung some pieces on the right side, and that's not what you want to see. Of course, controller issues are a big part of the game. It's a part of pretty much any type of video game you play. You obviously need a good controller, right?
Part of life, yeah.
It is part of life. Everything comes back.
That's right. That's to Mario.
To Mario speedrunning. Of course, Lukuki, who's in the chat, is kind of known for the controller issues.
Yeah. one could say that for sure.
Of course, he also has the world record, so
That's a good point.
put your mic closer. There we go. All right, we should hear AJ a bit better. Let's hear that
Am I
beautiful
audible
voice.
now?
Yes, he is audible now.
I'm just speaking. I'm speaking softly, man. This is a daunting task to do.
He's got that soft like ASMR voice, you know.
Yeah. So now we got a nice long bar there, Tetris for me. And, we're gonna keep going here, and another Tetris back to back. Very nice. Is that how I sound to you guys?
Not necessarily like that, but you know.
I'm gonna talk like Bob Ross for the rest of this, man.
All right, Andy painting his board right now with what type of colors does Bob Ross use?
With a little bit of hunter green and some titanium white here, as PixelAndy gets another long bar there and another Tetris, as we keep on rolling along here.
DJJ actually is like incredible at impressions. Like he can pull out some great. Let's hear Mike Ehrmantraut. Let's hear Mike Ehrmantraut. Come on.
Okay. So here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna go and we're gonna build our board here. We're gonna get the long bar, and we're gonna get a Tetris. That's what's gonna happen here.
Yeah, so if you need like someone to hire on Cameo, AJ, you should start a Cameo.
yeah.
You should start a Cameo for sure.
Yeah, let me know if you want that. I'll send that in as quickly as I can. Yeah.
Walter.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man. Yeah, we like to have fun here, you know.
Yeah, we have no misdrops over here, just some happy little accidents for us. And we can go ahead and play off of those happy little accidents and make a very beautiful Tetris game over here.
Shoutouts to Smithers888 in the chat for that. That is a absolute banger of a quote right there. Shoutouts to whoever that may be. That's not a name I recognize. I love seeing all of the people from outside the community, all the Twitch viewers, like come here, even when the tournament's not even necessarily happening. Right, this is the qualifying session, right?
Yeah.
Getting all these people in the Tetris, it's such an awesome thing to see. You know,
Just save a spot to put us in, I think.
Yeah, I mean, there's a few of my IRL friends every year. You know, the news that I play Tetris spreads around every now and then. So one of my friends, shouts to Jasper if he's watching. He was like, "Holy cow, you're this good at the game." Because every now and then I'll pull it out in class, right?
Oh yeah.
I mean, like
you put it on the TI-84 version. Just play that.
So yeah, so some of my friends have seen me play a little bit, but they don't get the full story until they're like, "Yo, can I get the link?" And then it changes their perspective on life.
Yes.
Yeah, so now let's go back to talking about the players here.
Oh right.
Yeah, because there's Tetris going on, right?
Yeah, of course.
So we have Meme here, who's on a pretty decent game here. This is very doable 1.1. I think 1.2 might be on the table with good play. But we haven't seen any like crazy games so far from these players. The best game was that 1.3 from Meme, but we're kind of expecting like some 1.7s, right? That's going to be coming up soon, folks. I'm hoping anyway.
Just getting a little warmed up here. Just
Exactly, right?
Yep.
All right, yeah, so Meme has had a very clean board so far. I mean, I say that as she has to block up that, but that shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, that square piece is going to burn that off cleanly. So
Just burning it out,
burn it out.
Exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, great stuff from Meme so far this game for sure. Like the improvement as you see over time, kind of like Shaq in the 01 season, started off a bit slow, but then slowly built up, and we're gonna see great things from Meme going forward. I feel like.
Right. You know, I would give that a shot, but I'm gonna
Yeah.
refrain from doing that.
Yeah,
right
if
now.
you want to see
Like,
that
of-
impression,
of,
go to like one of his live streams. or
yeah, no,
something.
well, one of my semi-annual live streams.
Yeah,
Whenever I'm in Discord with Eyeball,
Yeah.
I'll give that
Oh,
a
yeah.
try for you. But you know,
Yeah. So meme here, getting the max out on level 27. The board isn't super clean, but it is manageable. Yep, that double's gonna help. Kind of selling out the left a little bit. Yeah, because of that, she's gonna need to take some burns. Yep. So she has one burn for a 1.1. We might see it. We should see it from a player like me. Yeah, just the square. I approve of that. This next Tetris will get her just... Yeah, that Z piece was not good. So she's going to need a few skims to get the 1.1, and there it is.
All
So
right.
she's secured herself 3 points here, and she's looking to absolutely, like, smash that. Like, blow that out of the water. Hello, Jeremy.
oh no, wait, Jeremy's in the chat.
Yes,
What's up,
Jeremy's in the chat. Jeremy is sitting right
He's also
behind us,
right
by the way.
here.
Yeah. You look at these guys, like, chronically online. They
What's
go
that? You
the
want to
Twitch chat.
commentate? You want to commentate, Jeremy?
Jeremy wants to
Come
come.
up here. No,
Jeremy, how much do you know about commentating? Nothing.
Okay, all right.
No, I'm just kidding. Jeremy's capable, but he focuses his life on Mario Warpless. So
Close. On Eminem kart race for the Wii. Yes.
yeah. Meme here is in a very sticky situation. Can't get the L left. I think that's fatal. Yep. So Meme topping at 1.167. I'm sure someone at home is going to laugh at that. But we... Who was it? Yeah, of course it's Jeremy doing. This is why he isn't up on stage with us, by the way.
Enough of
So,
this as it is, man.
but yeah. So Meme here, like starting off a bit below her expectations, I feel like, but there's still an hour left. There's
Yeah.
still a lot of time for her. An hour's more than enough time to turn everything around.
Plenty of time, yes.
Okay, so I feel like after Zrobot comes out, we'll invite the next Mario speedrunner to come up. That's going to
Oh,
be
yeah.
Dylan Linder, who is in the crowd with us. Linder is going to come up on the stream with us. He is another Mario speedrunner, of course, and he knows a few things about Tetris as well, so I can't wait to hear his insight into the
man.
game.
His wonderful words of wisdom.
Oh, for sure.
Yes.
But before we get to that, we have Andy here, who's at a 1.1 on level 29, or level 28, soon to be 29, when he gets the next Tetris or burns into it.
Where's the beam?
Where's the beam for Andy here? 21-piece drought, ends up burning it. Oh, and that Z miss drop
Gets
is...
it right after.
Yeah. So Andy's going to have to dig this out. It's not too difficult for these players, but it is scary. You don't want to be in digs. You do want to burn it out.
That's right.
Yeah, great patience there from Andy. Square,
Wow.
gets the board down. That missed bar left from Andy, clearly that wasn't intentional, but the squares are going to fill it. That left beautifully.
Nice.
Gets another Tetris. So Andy here, will Andy be our first rollover of this qual bracket? We'll see.
We will soon
We will
find out.
see. He's doing a great job so far. 1.2 on 32 is on pace. He is matching up with that stat very well. Another Tetris. Dan V trying to distract me while I'm commentating. I don't know why we let British people come up to the commentator booth. Their accent, like...
I need subtitles, I think. No,
I'm just playing. I love Dan V. Shouts to Dan V. He just blew me a kiss. These Europeans, man, and their culture and whatnot. It's crazy.
That's right.
But yeah, okay. Andy here is at a 1.3. That missed piece to the left is not going to be helpful. Needs an L left. Immediately gets the T left. That's not an easy tap. Flat bar's going to help, but doesn't get the S. So
man.
Andy's topping out at 1.32 here. That's going to be another 5 points to his score. And in terms of our qual bracket right now, shoot, yeah, I don't see them. Actually, never mind. Okay, I'm actually blind. Andy's at 5 points. So you know what? Shoutouts to the guys on CT2. They're killing it. The top two players, Cobra and Knight on CT2, are doing a great job right now.
Yeah, wow.
So, huge respect to those guys. They're playing amazing. Actually, I'm looking over right now. In person, you can see this. And Cobra's on a great game. He's at a 1.5 on 37. So, definitely rooting for him.
Kriller. Okay.
Yeah. All right, so we're at neutral boards here. AJ, it was great commentating with you.
Yes.
We're gonna bring Dylan Linder on the mic now.
Oh man,
Oh boy.
you guys are in for a real treat, man. It's been a pleasure and a great privilege. Thank you for having me.
Of course.
Very good.
Of course, AJ.
All right, you're up, buddy.
Hello, Linder. Hello. It's the firmest handshake I've ever had. Wow, Cobra with a 1.7 on CT2. Wow.
All right, chat and crowd, I'm here.
This is Dylan Linder's voice. Get used to it.
Get used to it.
You're gonna hear a lot of
I'm not
them.
going anywhere. I'm not going anywhere.
Yep. So, Linder, tell the chat a bit about yourself.
All right, so yeah, I'm a Mario speedrunner. Been doing it for about 6 years. I have deep hatred for someone named Danny.
Correct. I don't like him.
He honestly gets mocked by everybody he walks past. But besides that, yeah, I mean, I just love being here. Have a great time. You know, being with the guys.
Of course,
Cheering
right?
for everybody. You know, it's a fun time.
Yeah, that's one of the things I love about CTWC, right? It brings everyone together.
Exactly.
And-
It's such a nice community. Everyone that I've
Oh, yeah.
interacted with has been great. There's zero toxicity, as you know.
Yes, the Tetris community. If you are like interested in getting into a retro game, Tetris is such a beautiful choice, man. Like,
Oh, of course.
sorry, except for Aaron. Did you just
Yo.
diss Aaron?
Shade is being thrown.
Ooh. Oh my goodness.
Shade is being thrown.
Shade is being
we
thrown
don't-
at Aaron. Wow.
We were just talking about how the community is not toxic at all, and then we just heard some right behind us. That's not a good look.
Just heard some slander. I can't believe this. But yeah, Linder obviously comes from Mario speedrunning, but he's been coming to CTWC the last year. He was here last year. He's here this year.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
in the future, what are you thinking? Are you thinking of coming out even more?
Of course, it's not even a question. You know, as long even let's say if Mario doesn't happen again, I'm coming back. I have no reason not to. I have such a great time meeting up with all the Tetris guys. Even I'm sure the Mario guys would be willing to come back. It's just a great time. The atmosphere is electric.
Oh, it is electric, especially
I
with
love
you in the
it.
crowd.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but I made a bet with Zrobot that if he outperforms Eyeball, I owe him $100.
You'd made that bet?
I made that bet. So
Dude, why didn't you tell me? I would have done better, bro.
listen, you were on stage, so I didn't really have a chance.
No,
But
bro.
that's a bet that's made. So
Ooh.
let's see if I lose the 100 or if I get to keep it. He is
Looking at
performing great. though.
Zrobot's pace, he is playing well, but on pace to beat me, no. So your $100 is looking safe, but Zrobot, he's a bit of a wild card, right? He's one of the younger kids,
Yeah, no,
you know.
Of course.
Of course, with experience comes consistency, right? Zrobot can be a bit of a glass can. Sometimes he can drop incredible scores, and you know what? I want to see the consistency from Zrobot tonight.
How old did you say he was before? 10 years old?
I think
And
11.
11 years
Yeah.
old playing this good is insane.
11 Zrobot? 11? 10?
10. He's 10. He's a
Oh my
decade old.
goodness, man. Pokemon Go might be older than him. Oh my goodness.
Gotta catch them all. You know it best.
Yeah, so Meme here has been having like a little bit of struggle getting pace going. You can tell from her facial expression so far during this qualifier. It's been a little bit subpar for her. And, you know, coming from all these strong regional performances, right? Like, the expectation on her is high. It is definitely high. So we're going to see how she goes through this. There is another hour left, pretty much 57 minutes, right, Linder? So
Yeah.
there's plenty of time for her to kind of turn around a bit. And even then, she's not doing necessarily bad. She's at 10 points right now. And it is a good benchmark. She could definitely get up to the 40s by the end of the qualifier.
No, of course. That definitely gets her a chance to qualify, gets her a chance to make it through. I know we all want to see it, especially after last year.
For sure.
Her semifinal match against you was unreal.
Yes, I know.
And then seeing her just like perform so well lately, it's been super cool to see.
Yeah, it's been great to watch. And Meme does have a max out here. She had a pretty low score going into 29, but she's hoping to rectify that here with some good 29 play. So let's see if she gets what rollover? Are we thinking a rollover here, Linder? What are we
A
thinking?
rollover would be legendary. I mean, let's see if it could happen. That would be awesome.
Yeah, she is a bit behind pace on it, but if there's one thing about these players, they can make something out of nothing. And I think Meme is a top case of that. Like, at all the regionals she's won, she Usually she is one of the favorites, but not all the time. There's been some cases. I don't have it off the top of my head because I just played Tetris.
Of course you don't.
Of course, I play Mario, guys. But I've seen her play before. She is incredible. So, yeah, right now, that bar in the middle of the stack, that doesn't seem intentional from her. Yeah, and
She has a dependency in row 3.
yeah, great J timing.
Good
That was
pulling it. That was a great solve.
great solve, great pieces, adequate solution for the board. Will she get the bar? Yes, she does. There's the beam, Linder.
Adequate solutions again. We love to see it.
Absolutely. Very well done from Meme here. Yep, this drought is just brutal. We're seeing 30-piece drought here from Meme and climbing, going to mid-30s. Finally gets the Tetris. These pieces have been relentless tonight, man. In my qualifying session, too, I got a few unlucky. I think I had a 60-piece drought at one point.
I heard someone say it was in the 80s. I don't know how true that was.
It felt like forever. It was like 30 lines on 18. I'll have to
It was a
double-check
long
that.
drought.
It was a
though.
lot,
It
for
was.
sure.
It was quite the seed you
But
got.
Meme is killing it right now. She does have potential for a rollover. I don't know if she needs to go perfect here, but she needs to play well. There's the bar. 1.5 for Meme. Takes a burn. She has 3 burns here for
Where's the beam
1.6.
at? There's
That's
the
one.
Beam. There's the beam.
Guess Tetris ready. Where's the beam for Meme? Will we see it?
Give it to
And there we go! Bang! Tetris for Meme here. First 1.6 of this qual bracket for CT1. So incredible work from Meme there.
That's what, an 8-point game?
Yes, 8 points, correct.
He's
He's done his studying,
I've done my
folks.
studying. I'm prepared. Not like DJ AJ.
Throwing some shade at the previous caster here, Linder is.
Listen, I said that the Tetris community wasn't toxic.
Yeah.
I didn't say anything about the Mario community.
Hey, AJ saying watch it in chat. So, you're going to go back to the hotel room today and you're going to have some strong words said to you.
Oh, I'll be waiting for him. I'll be waiting. I just want to say this too. If Kookie is in chat, I love you so dearly.
Yes, we all do. La la la.
La, la, la.
Yesterday was karaoke night, by the way, for those wondering.
Yeah, if you couldn't tell by that performance
Yeah.
you're on the 2
Can I
second
sing,
performance.
chat? Can I sing? Is this something I'm capable of? Is it? Linder is staring at me like the answer is no, so I'm
I
going to
don't know.
assume
I don't know.
that's the case.
I don't think I'm the person to answer that question.
See, AJ would have been great at answering that. He is a music
No,
major after all.
he is a great
Where is he?
guy for
Thumbs
that.
up, AJ, for my singing? Yeah, he put it in the middle. I don't know.
I'm not a critic. I'm either too harsh or not harsh enough.
Need Anthony
so.
Fantano here to make the real judgment.
So we just have PixelAndy. He's into 29 with the max out transition.
Yes, so he's looking to get to that 1.1 and beyond right now. Yep, great Tetris setup. I loved how he played those pieces. It was super easy to mess that up there. It was not a clean piece sequence, but he gets another Tetris after that. And yup, good J left. Great burns from
He's stacking
Andy.
pretty high, but he's taking control of it.
Absolutely.
Got the beam a little bit late.
Yes, beam timing there was not adequate, but
There
that
it
one
is.
was.
There it is. That was adequate solutions.
Absolutely. Now, Andy is so focused right now. One more Tetris. Doesn't get that one, but open up again. These bar timings for Andy just haven't been good. And you can see from his stacking, because, oh no.
On the Z or the
It's
S.
diggable, but he's not getting any too wide pieces for that gap, and that is going to be a top up from Andy. That is so unfortunate with that S piece misdrop. You really do hate to see it, but
Still
there was some
solid
hope.
3-point game. You
Yeah.
take whatever you can get.
Exactly, right? But, yeah, I mean, in terms of that, what I was talking about with Andy Stack there, this is like something that a top player like me will notice. He wasn't getting the long bar for like a decent amount of time, and when he would get it, he'd plug up the well right away.
I'm sorry. Did you call it a long bar?
Sorry, the beam.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks for the correction, Linder. But he didn't get the beam right away.
Yeah, no, he did.
And when he did get it, it was at a horrible time.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, mentally, that messes with you, especially
Yeah,
in a
of
case
course.
like this, right, where you're trying to get as many high scores as you can. It makes you set up poor Tetris setups. It makes you go a bit more dependent, and we saw that a bit from Andy.
But that's also something with Tetris too. Like comparing Mario and Tetris, like they are very different. Like there is like Tetris is all RNG, or not all RNG, but it's very RNG
A
dependent
big
up to
part of the
some
game, for
point,
sure,
right?
yeah.
Where with Mario, everything is predetermined based on how fast you're trying to go, and you can always track what's going to happen. With Tetris, that's not a security that you have.
Someone in chat just said that Zrobot's dad is slightly beard-mogging Scout's beard.
Scout, do you have a response to that?
Scout is focused. Oh, man. And okay, on CT2, another rollover from Cobra. Cobra is putting on a show over here, man. He's doing very good. Up to 20 points before the halfway mark. So he's on pace to beat my qualifier. And yeah, definitely, if you want to check out some more Tetris, just slide between the channels, maybe have 2 tabs open,
Yeah, 2 tabs open, have them side by side.
Absolutely.
Double the viewership, you got to love it.
Yes. And that ad revenue, it adds up, man. It keeps this tournament
Yes,
happening every year.
Sir.
So
Yes, sir. Gotta love to see it. Gotta
Yes.
love the participation, especially from the chat. Thank you, everyone who's been supporting, donating to the Matcherino, supporting a great cause with all these players.
absolutely. We're up to $2,250 on the dot right here.
And we will take all the money we can get, baby.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes, we are fiending for those dollar bills, isn't that right?
Absolutely.
Or in this case, digital currency. But yeah.
Digital
yeah.
currency.
Whatever it takes. So yes, do ! Matcherino in the chat, and you can contribute to the prize pool.
We had a good TP spin by Zrobot. I don't know if you guys saw that, but that was pretty solid.
Yes, Zro is one of those players that's kind of known for setting up a bunch of crazy stuff here. Great S spin. Oh!
Couldn't get the beam over, unfortunately.
Yeah, a bit of controller issues there for Zrobot. Unable to get that bar over, which is pretty unfortunate for him. Obviously, he hit that spin right before, and you get the bar right after, right?
Yeah, but it's just those small things, that, like the small fundamentals, that if you can't keep them all the time consistent, you're going to have those early top outs.
Yeah, for sure. And that comes with experience, right? This is Zro's first time as I don't want to say top player because he's still working his way up, but he is definitely capable of putting on a show.
The potential with him is limitless.
It is limitless.
Especially at such a young age. There's no stopping this kid.
Absolutely. So, and there's a bit of pressure being on a stage like this. He's on CT1. This is the main Classic Tetris Twitch channel. And, the fact that he has the gumption to be here, Linder, that's a big word.
I know that it's a big word. No, but going along with that, I know that I had a little bit of nerves even just coming up here, commentating for you all. I can't imagine how this guy's this kid's handling all this pressure.
Yeah.
But it is super impressive with how he is doing.
Yeah. And dude, he just has the type of personality for him, man. Zrobot is such an amazing character. Absolutely love him. The perfect type of person to be on CT1 right now. And of course, these other 2 players as well, Meme and Andy, are CT1 locks as always. They do great in the tournaments, usually all the time.
Yeah, we have Meme, the finalist from last year.
And Andy, of course, top 2 in 2020 as well.
Yeah.
Losing to his brother Dog, obviously, in the famous matchup during the quarantine.
Family matchup. That's like me versus Danny. If you know, you know.
Yes, if you know, you know. Of course, that's a matchup that you win every single time.
Oh,
right?
100%. The aura that Danny has, it's just
Negative.
too little for anything to happen against, me, someone of my stature and size. It's
Stature and size. Oh my goodness, Linder. You do not want to see him in the ring.
what has Danny done aura-wise?
I'm not too sure, but let's see what Meme can do aura-wise here as she goes into 29 below a max out and not with a great board. So she needs to clutch this up. And wow, she's setting up row 2 here. Not even taking the triple. This is, wow, pedal to the metal here.
The aggressive play from Meme. You love to see it.
Yes, and she was getting a lot of great time long bars there too, so that ends up working out for her gamble-wise.
Getting a lot of beams. Wow.
Wow.
A lot of beams.
Whole boatload of them, and then another one.
Beam fillet.
Linder, you started commentating, and all the beams started showing up. Oh my goodness.
Listen, we've all talked about this. I have that touch. Here, she's going to get
on the speed dial.
Yeah, watch that.
Need a long bar? Call Linder. He's got you. There's another one.
There you go. There's the beam.
Well, let's give a countdown whenever you choose, and let's see if a bar shows up for Meme here.
3, 2, 1. Beam? Yup.
We take that. We take that. We take that.
We'll take the timing. It was slightly delayed, but we'll take what we can
We take
get.
what we could get here for sure. And as you can see, Meme with a subpar transition, but she's making up a lot of that pace on 29. And that's what we've seen from her throughout this qualifying session so far.
She just transitioned over to the 1.3. She's, wow, so
Yes.
many beams. She's got almost
Oh my
in a row.
goodness. They are just raining down, but these pieces, you can see she's kind of selling out the stack a little bit there. This is very diggable. Great L piece. That's going to help a lot. Waiting for Jay, takes the bar instead, sets up the Tetris and gets it.
Dang.
Boom. So we're looking, one more Tetris for 1.4. That's a great score for me. There it is,
Hey,
1.4.
So what can she roll over?
Yeah, I was just going to say, Meme has, I think she has 4 burns for a rollover. Correct me if I'm wrong, someone in the chat, but I'm pretty sure this is 4 burns. So, well, now it's 2. Now, oh no. With that misdrop, I think Meme's going to try and settle for a 1.5 here. I think lining it out will get her to a 1.5.
Yeah.
Yes, it will. And she tops out right away. I love that play for
What a
Meme
great,
saving.
that's a 7-point game.
Yes.
That's a big game, and that's the
Beautiful.
thing. You could have some games that maybe top out early, but if you have a 1.5 or higher, like the points count quick.
Yes, for sure. And I love that strategy for Meme. A bit of speed running there. She
Yeah,
got the 1.5
yeah.
and just topped out right away because she
There it
knew
is.
there was really no saving
Yeah.
that afterwards.
And this is a timed event. Like you have to get as much games in as possible. So it's a good transition to get to the next one.
Yup, and now we have Andy, who's absolutely pacing here. 900K on level 24. We're looking at 1.2 potential into 29 here, potentially.
We'd love to see it. We'd
Oh,
love
yeah.
to see it. Sorry, Chad. I got the Mario guys behind me. I'm hearing
They're
some
chirping.
echoes through the mic.
They're chirping at
And
us.
it's catching my ear.
All right, Andy here. One more Tetris will get him the max out. So there we go. Max out on 26 for Andy. Textbook 1.1 pace. Yup, very well done. So slamming down that Tetris and another one. Looks like he's going to have a 1.1 going into 28 here. And yeah, so he has 1 burn for 1.2 into. And if he takes the burns, obviously, you could have a better board too. You take what the pieces give you, of course.
Yeah, no, of course. And also, it's not even a choice. You have to take what the pieces give you.
Yes. You know what? I like that T-burn from Andy. It's safe. It keeps the board clean. And into 29, that's exactly what you want. T-piece is going to be beautiful. So he has a very clean board going into 29, which I love. Great skim. Bit aggressive with that bar. Turns out to not bite him back, though. And that T-tuck afterwards, which is so smooth.
PixelAndy past 1.2.
Yup.
Now, Eyeball, I have a question for you regarding this entire tournament.
Yes.
Do you want to make a bet with me right here in the
Right
commentator's
here?
booth? Do we see a 2 million this tournament?
Do we see a 2 million? You know what? Are we talking like purely in matches, like not including someone just like randomly getting it on the side? Like we're talking in a match?
In a match, in a sanctioned match, it has to be done.
I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to say no.
I'm going to say yes.
You're going to say,
I think a 2 million.
how much are you willing to put on the line now?
See, we could put a quick 50 on it.
Quick
I'll put a quick 50. I think we are going to see a 2 million from one of our heavy hitters. It could be Alex T. It could be Blue Scooty. You never know. Like they've been performing amazing this
They
past,
have been.
like during the qualifier. You never know what you're.
I'll do 20. I'll do 20 on that.
You'll do 20.
Shake hands? 20?
Shake hands on
All
the
right.
20. We'll do 20 for
20
2 mil
bucks.
or not.
I say no. He says yes. We're going to see what happens here. But Andy here, meanwhile, while we were all, gambling, Andy here has been playing safe, although, yeah, those pieces are not going to help too much. Needs a bar here. I love how he played that. Wow, just keeping that open. Another beam would just... Yes, okay, great burns here from Andy. He's trying to get to that 1.6 threshold. Gets that J over, gets a bar to fill that in. This is very diggable, but it's not free. That's the thing.
Oh,
Yup.
bad square timing.
Yes. Love that L placement, actually. That is super smart from Andy. Gets another L. Oh, gets a Tetris. And there's the 1.6 from Andy. So he's going to get on that rollover leaderboard now. And he still has potential for more. 2 more Tetrises gets him to, yeah, it would get him to 1.7. Is he going to stack left wall? He is. Oh, but the bar left.
Will he get it? Dirty in row 2?
Yeah, I don't know if that's going to be enough. It's not. But Andy,
1.6 from PixelAndy.
Andy will definitely take a 1.6 from that game, though. That will add 8 points to his score.
Up in the top left, we have Zrobot on 27 with a 1.1.
Yeah, Zrobot's been pacing
This is a
very
great
nicely.
pace.
Absolutely.
Let's see what he could pull off.
Yep, so he does have potential for a 1.2. He has 3 burns for it. We actually haven't seen a 1.2 into 29 on this side at least. I don't know about CT1 or CT2, but Zro's looking to get it. There's the bar.
There we go.
So a bit of insurance here for Zrobot now. He has a good score going into 29. He's building up the left very nicely. Oh my goodness. Classic Zrobot setup.
Ooh, that's a couldn't get that beam all the way over to the left.
Gets that one though.
Tuck.
Crucial. And yeah, so he's going to burn this out, hopefully. Yup, looks clean. And he's going to stack for Tetris. If there's one thing about Zro, he goes pedal to the metal here. Yup, gets that square over left and gets the Tetris right after. Make that L dependency. Oh, he's so lucky. Wow.
There we go.
And the bar for the 1.3.
Zrobot.
Wow, he's still going. Bad bar timing there.
Took him out of the drought, but there he goes.
Yup. Next Tetris will get him to 1.4, and this will be a great score for him to have.
From the beam.
Where is it at? Great skim. Another great skim. Zro waiting.
Come on.
13, 14-piece drought still going up. There we go.
So almost at 20. Didn't get there, though. He got the Tetris.
Yup, and 1.4. Dude, he's still going. We could see a rollover from Zrobot absolutely here. And another one. So 1.5 here for Zro.
What a pace for Zrobot.
Yes, this is 1.8 is doable. Now, I don't want to say that too early, but you're just theoretically, he could do it.
Level 35 right now.
Yes. But rollover is absolutely on the table. Just needs to not misdrop like that. That's the one thing.
Take some burns now.
Yes. Not choosing the setup there. I like that. A bit of safety from Zro. Will we see a rollover? Yes, gets that J piece over. Burns that. The board is down to the ground. Down to the ground.
That's what you need.
All right, setting up here.
He's set up. Let's see if he can
Needs
get
a J, gets it, and there's the bar. Just a few thousand points away from a rollover. Will Zrobot be able to get it? This is aggressive. Okay. There it is. There's the rollover for Zro, and he can still get a 1.7. 1.7 is on the table here for Zro. He's got 2 Tetrises. One will do it.
Give him the beam.
There it is.
One more.
Just below it. Just below it. There it is. 1.7
yeah,
for Zrobot.
What a game.
What?
9-point game for Zrobot.
What a performance. Holy cow.
Wow.
Zrobot taking the highest score of this side of the CT right now.
Keep in mind, everybody, he is 10 years old, and he just got the first.
He's only 10.
7 right now.
He's only 10, and he's doing this.
Crazy.
What a performance. Holy cow. Zrobot putting on an absolute show there for everyone watching.
Getting a sip of the Pellegrino.
Yes, a well-deserved sip of the Pellegrino. Oh my goodness. Shouts to Zro's dad right there, of course. Yeah, dude. But wow, what a game. Meanwhile, Meme getting into 29 now. This time, an actual pretty decent game. This is the first really good transition for Meme, I'd say. Oh no.
Misdrop.
Yeah, these weird misdrops from Meme keep popping up every now and then.
It is the commentator's curse. He just said something, and then she misdropped the S.
Yeah.
You could just blame Eyeball for everything that just happened.
I don't know about that. We blame Danny.
Honestly, he's not here. He's thousands of miles away, but it's fair to say you could blame Danny.
Absolutely. Wow, this is such an aggressive set for Meme, and it's going to pay off. That was for 1.2. If she tops out there, that could be the difference between your seeding right there. Super aggressive play from Meme. But yeah, great Tetris setup now. One more will get her to a 1.3.
Great pacing coming from Meme right now.
Yep, and I love how she's playing this right now. Her stack is so clean, taking the necessary burns. I love that adjustment. You know what, that adjustment, it's a niche little thing, but it does a lot. Yeah, and right now, getting set up again, he gets another one. Next one will be a 1.4.
Let's see.
Yup. Getting Tetris ready
Got it
here.
set
Where's
up.
the beam?
Give it to her.
Oh, wow, that's aggressive beam column 9. Will it pay off?
Oh,
Gets
yes,
the bar.
got the
Last
1.4.
second. That was huge. 2 bailouts here for Meme at the last
Very
second.
clutch. Very clutch.
In between the point barriers. And yeah, we're going to see her
Okay,
top out
take
here.
that 1.4.
But she will definitely
Good
take
game
that.
from Meme.
A few very, very tight maneuvers here through some very sticky situations. Like, she needed those bars. Otherwise, you know what? That was a 2-point swing right there, Linder. Those bars that she got.
Yeah. And so this is one thing. So even though I'm relatively new to the Tetris community, I've been following it since about 2018, 2019. And that's one thing that I've loved to see about the evolution of this game. It's gotten so much more exciting to watch these like super high level aggressive plays like become more and more viable, especially with so much pressure. It's so impressive.
Absolutely. Yeah, so all of these players in the early stages of the game right now. So, you know what, Linder? I think it's time for you to pay your last wishes to the stream, and we'll be subbing in
Chat and
its
crowd.
maximum very shortly.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been a blast. I'll report later. Thank you.
Of course, it's been a pleasure to have you on. So huge shouts to Linder for coming to commentate today. Absolute legend of the Mario community. And if you want to see him compete in a tournament of his own, show up to the Mario stream happening if you're in person on the other side of the venue. And if you are watching on home, it will be on Niski's Twitch channel, I believe. So definitely keep an eye on that if you're interested in Mario speedrunning. Linder will be competing along with AJ, and along with the person who's coming here to join me right now, it's Maximum. Hello, sir. How are you today?
Dude, I'm doing fantastic, man. Today's been perfect.
How's the
so far.
Tetris been?
Dude, Tetris, I mean, everything I've seen so far has been extremely impressive. There's been some players I really wasn't expecting to be playing so well that have just really, you know, done super good in the quals. And we'll just have to
Yes.
see. Like, this tournament might have some interesting upsets for sure.
Absolutely. Of course, Tetris time with that incredible pace game. Did you see that one?
I did. That was
Yes.
that was incredible. I mean, that was on pace for like a 2 million.
Yes, easily 2 million. He had a rollover on level 31, almost a 32 rollover. Like, unbelievable pace. Tetris time's been killing it. Cobra has been killing it too on CT2 as well right now. And Zrobot with that 1.7 that we just saw earlier here.
I know. That kid is impressive.
Yes, absolutely. But yeah, Max, I'll let you introduce yourself now. So, what do you love about Tetris, and what brings you here today?
Well, I think I did already answer what I love about Tetris, but what brings me here today is both the Tetris and, of course, the Mario events that we're having over, in the other side of this room. So those are going to be going on Saturday and Sunday. It's it's formerly called the Warp Zone Invitational, is now called the SMB1 World Championship. So I got a bit of an upgrade on the name there. Definitely higher stakes now. There's a big like 30-pound trophy now.
Yes, the
And this
trophy
thing
is incredible.
Very heavy. Like, you could bicep curl this and
Yes,
get some gains probably.
absolutely. I'm
It's a
sure.
Pretty cool trophy.
I'm sure whoever wins the tournament, we have to get them going to the gym with that one. You know.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Of course, Nifsky, known for his gym stuff as well. Let's see if he's going to be the one to bicep curler, or could be someone else.
I know. We'll have to see.
We'll have to see. But outside of obviously being a fan of Tetris and playing a little bit on your own, although not at this level, but you still know stuff about the game, of course.
I know a thing or two.
Yeah. But yeah, outside of that, outside of playing Mario, what else do you do? What else do you get up to?
Well, so I like to make speedrun documentary style videos that currently center around Flash games. So kind of the big game that I'm known for is Red Ball. That's the game that I've made the most videos on. So
Yeah.
But my most viewed video is on a Flash game called The World's Hardest Game.
Yes, and there's something interesting about that video. Would you like to? I don't know. I can't put. It's on the tip of my tongue. What is it? What happened?
So there's the developer of that game. He was 16 when he made it,
Yeah.
and he I believe he was Canadian as well.
Yeah.
Has a bit of that heritage. And I was thinking, like, I think I know someone to kind of dub over a quote that he said on one of these internet forums back in the day. Like, I think I know someone that kind of fits that description.
Yeah, a little bit, right?
Maybe a little bit older, but
Yeah.
I think he'd fit right in.
Absolutely.
And that guy was you. It was you.
I'm just such a big fan of your work into everything that you do. So
Dude. Dude,
it was a pleasure.
Same to you, my man.
It was a pleasure for me to help voice over that video. But yes, I do have a cameo or two. I've got a few cameos on your YouTube channel.
Oh yeah, dude. When I need someone to dub over a line, he's the first guy I call.
Yeah, and it's always a pleasure.
He gets back to me quickly. He does a great job. You know,
Yes.
I mean, you can count on him to just, if you need someone to say something, he's there for you.
Absolutely. But right now, so we have Andy here. We missed a transition, but I did see it was pretty below, a pretty subpar transition in the 29. It was like 800 something K, but he does get to a max out on the 29 speed, which is what you want to see eventually. So he's going to get those 2 points on the board. Let's see if he can add on to that.
Yeah, I'm a bit mystified. Oh, there, Zrobot unfortunately tops out there at 700,000.
Yeah,
So.
unfortunate to see that once you get to the 19 speeds, right, topping out, waste the majority of the game. I feel like at least half of it for sure. So,
I mean, it's tough, especially this year with the new qual format. Like, say you get, 1.9. I mean, that is 11 points.
right, exactly.
And that's like a lot more points you can get from one game than you could before. I mean, previously you can only get, one max out per game.
Yeah, exactly.
So I feel like losing, a pace in, the 700 to 900,000 range and getting
Yes.
0 points for it hurts a lot more than it did in the past.
Yes, and that's kind of what happened to me a few times in my qualifier. I did have a few situations like that where kind of just like chutted out and topped out at like 900K.
You can't be
happens.
perfect every single time.
Exactly.
But it's about the consistency. I mean, you get 90 minutes to get.
Wow, Andy here needs the bar, gets it. That will get him right to 1.2. And yeah, he's just going to top out there right at the 1.2.
That's a great game. For me.
120 points past the threshold. That's a 1 point swing right there. Like, that does matter in the seeding. It's the difference between playing like someone, who might not have a reputation or might be the first time in the tournament. Difference between that to playing someone like Scooty or Alex or Dog, all these top players. 1 point can make a huge difference.
Yeah. And there's, every year you have players that are really good, but, for whatever reason, whether it be travel or sleep, they just don't end up having a good qual. And then they end up just doing really well in the tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. So personally, I'm hoping that type of path is what I go down here. I mean, my call isn't bad, but it was like I have high expectations for myself, and it's okay. It's okay.
It's okay,
It's okay. There's still some adequate solution to be had later on in the
There is.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm taking a look at Meme's board here. She's on a pretty good pace here. She should be able to max out here before 29, so we'll have to see, if she's able to continue on and get this, game that's currently, nothing out of the ordinary, but you never know. I mean, we still have 10 more levels to go, and, a game can get a lot better on the kill screen.
Yeah,
as
absolutely.
We've seen many times before.
Yeah, so this drought up to 17 pieces, but she gets the bar, and that's going to help bring the board down a lot. It gets another. So going into level 29 here, she has a pretty clean board, and she's in that Tetris mode right now. That's another one for her going up to the 1.1. So I think, just judging from how she's playing this game, I think this is where Meme breaks through and gets a really good pace game. She's one of those players that can, drop a really high score, top 1.8. She has that 2 million in comp, right? So she is capable of these things, and that's a 1.2 on level 31.
Yeah, this is something I was talking to Jeremy about, but do you think we will see a 2 million in this tournament this year?
Yeah, so, remember, me and Linder were just, we bet $20 on it. I said no.
Yeah.
But you know what? The thing about making a bet like that is that these players can prove you wrong, and you know what? I want them to.
Yeah.
I want these players to show me that, you know what? We are capable of big and better things than just a 1.9. We can do 1.2. And yeah, so Meme's going to get to that 1.3 million mark. That's going to be 5 points added to her score. A bit of a weird T miss drop, but that's going to burn out very nicely. Yep, great burns there for Meme.
So I was wondering, do you know how many people have gotten a 2 million score ever in the competition format?
In competition, it's 2 people. It's definitely Meme. Meme was the first to do it. I think it was Scooty. I'm pretty sure it was Scooty who did it. He did it in CTM, I think like last week or something. Like he did it pretty recently. If you're talking about in-person competition, I think it's just Meme. So,
wow.
But yeah, I mean, Meme's capable of it. And as we see here, that's up to a 1.5. I think 1.7 is barely on the table, but she has 2 burns for it. Looks like we're going to see a 1.6 here. I don't know. I don't want to curse her, but one more bar will do it. Oh, that was unfortunate timing. And again gets the bar right after.
Yeah, Meme has been playing incredible on the kill screen here. As I was saying, like,
what a
pace
talk.
going into kill screen wasn't.
She's going to set up the left wall here. She needs one more Tetris for 1.7.
One more.
She needs
Where's
2
the
bars
beam?
right now, and she's not going to get it.
Unfortunate.
But it was a great effort from her. So she will absolutely take a 1.6. That is 8 big points added onto her score.
That is.
Yep, and that will bring her up to 30, 38, 39. Math is hard, 39.
I haven't been looking at the scoreboard, but I believe you are correct.
Yeah.
That rule that you said earlier, you just take the second digit and add 2. That works until you get to 2 million.
Yeah, right? Yeah, exactly. But I just got a little bit of a fast facts here. Scooty did it. Dog, Neko, and Alex have it in that order. So, yeah, so the people who have 2 million comp are Dog, Neko, Scooty, and Meme.
We'll see if we add another one at CTWC this year. That would be pretty incredible.
In terms of my wallet, I'm hoping we don't see it, but in terms of for the love of the game, I really hope we do.
Hey man, I'd pay $20 to see a 2 million.
Who wouldn't? $20 is $20, as they say.
Hey man, you just have to do well enough in the tournament like you did last year, and then you can make up for it.
Yep, that is true. That is true. No, who knows? Me? What if I'm the person to get a 2 million?
Dude,
Anything's possible.
then you'd lose $20,
But
you'd gain so much.
we gain so much more.
The tournament itself. Like, I feel like you'd definitely be making your money back there.
Yeah, and right now, most of these players pretty early on in their games. They've got 25 minutes left. So players, 25 minutes left in the qualifying session. That means, I don't know, probably like 3-4 games, something like that. They're doing a better job of calculating it than I am, but they're also doing a better job of playing right now. Meme is above the score I got, let me look at the table, 38. So Meme is above my score officially. Cobra just behind Meme as well, tied with me right now, and Cobra's probably gonna, he better beat me. He's got 25 minutes too.
Yeah, I've been very impressed by Cobra.
Yeah.
This qual.
Yeah, absolutely. Cobra, obviously a good friend of mine, but someone who I recently beat in CTM, but he always puts on a great show. That game against him that I played, he took me to a decider, and it was a well-deserved win for me, but he played well. Like, he played his heart out. So I'm expecting to see some more from him this tournament. I think he can be a real dark horse for sure.
And I was going to ask, like, what would you say is kind of the main differences between competing in CTM, which for those who don't know is like the online monthly version of, what you're seeing right now versus the in-person regionals in CTWC?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question. I think the main difference is probably just like the environment around. I mean, it's such an obvious answer, but it is the environment. Like, you have a different mental at an in-person tournament because there's people around you, and you get to screen look easier, which might change how you strategize and how you play. But it's also like seeing in-person commentary. There's a speaker next to you that's blasting stuff in your ear, right? It's a whole different sort of like mentality that you need to have. Like, that's basically what it comes down to. If you do well, like in an online competition, but then you come to in-person and you're like, man, all these lights and all of this stuff happening, right? It can get you mentally. And, I think that's the main difference. Of course, pressure in person as well, especially with how high the stakes are at CTWC, right? There's always players who talk about nerves and all of that type of stuff. And it is real. Like, there is a lot of stuff on the line, whether it's the prize pool, which is up to $2,275, and you can do exclamation point Matcherino in the chat to donate to that. Whether it's the prize pool, whether it's someone like me, I'm doing it for Canada, right? My country's kind of on my back here a little bit.
Yeah, we had that big GameScout video recently.
Yes, of course. Shouts to GameScout, who is right there, of course.
He is qualifying in this group right here.
Yup. So, there's a whole bunch of different things, but the type of pressure that CTWC provides just as a tournament, it does add to that a little bit. And we're going to see how Andy navigates the pressure of needing one more Tetris here to go 1.1. There we go. So Andy at a 1.1 on 29. He is looking to get another rollover, hopefully. He already has one right now. His score is 25, which it is very doable to get past the benchmark we kind of said of beating my qualifier here.
That's right. Now I'm curious, like, you kind of have a way that you prepare for CTWCs. So did you go through like a simulation of a qualifier, beforehand to see how many points you could get?
Well, there's actually a lot of players who did something like that. Pretty much most of them I talked to. Like I know Scooty did like 3 mock quals or something like that. I actually just didn't have any real time to do that because just on my end personally, I had some controller issues before the tournament. Speaking of controller issues really quickly here, Andy had a very unfortunate misdrop right before getting to 1.2. He dug out of it very nicely though. Looks like right now his main goal is just to get to that 1.2, secure those points, there we go. Now he's going to work on chopping it down, and that's exactly what he's getting to. Those pieces are going to help. But yeah, to get back to your point, I normally would do at least like 1 mock qualifier, but just because I was navigating some controller issues, I never really had the chance to get to it. But it definitely is something that you want to look into if you're a top player looking to do well in the qualifier.
Yeah, it seems like any way to like simulate nerves or pressure is definitely like a good thing to be.
And that's something you're very big on with nerve routing for speedrunning.
I call it nerve routing. Some people call it nerve simulation, but I think it's really important to like feel like you've already been there, done that,
Yes.
And then when you get up,
ooh, Andy here needs the bar, gets it. Barely gets it over. Wow. And that's the difference between a 1.3 and a 1.2. That
right.
1 point difference, we've talked about this so much here today. That could be the difference in your seeding. So all these players today really have been getting across that threshold, Max. They've been eking out those final points to get to the next point barrier, which is absolutely what you want to see on their end.
And just think that one Tetris was half the value of a max out.
Yes, that's a great way of putting it. Like, that one Tetris there is worth basically 1 max out, which is what, 8 minutes of your time, 9 minutes of your time?
Yeah.
That adds up over an hour and a half where you're trying to squeeze as much time out of it as possible.
Absolutely.
Yeah, just looking at how Zrobot's been playing on the top, he had that 1.7, but as we see, there's been quite a few misdrops coming from him on his end. Yeah, that's another one. He hasn't really been able to get back to the kill screen since that game, which, he has that amazing score, right? That kicker of 1.7 is going to be very helpful for him. It's the highest score we've had in this qualifying session, but he only has 16 points right now, which will still qualify him in the tournament, but as a 34th seed, that's going to be scary to go against.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I do feel like, even though the kicker is still important, I think because, ties are less likely in terms of the points now, just because there's a much bigger range of possible point values. It really is a lot more about consistency in this qual format than just getting that one, super good game.
Yes, absolutely. And, that comes with time, right? Obviously, Zrobot still has quite a few years left of Tetris in him, so I'm sure that as we go on, he'll get that down.
Absolutely. I think back to CTWC 2023 where, this was kind of, CTWC 2022.
Yeah, that's the first one that I went to.
So that's, the CTWC that we went to. And, this was Scooty pre.
This is right before Scooty became Blue Scooty.
Yeah, before he became the man.
Yeah, a few months later was when he got the crash.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, I feel like there's kind of some belief that he's a bit of a glass cannon.
Right. That's I remember telling you that.
Yeah.
Going into the tournament, I'm like, Scooty could be someone who puts up any type of score, but I don't know how consistent he can be. And of course, that time he proved everyone wrong. He made the top 4.
He did.
And Zrobot's in a similar situation, I'd say. We know what he's capable of score-wise, right?
Right.
It's just, can he do that 5 games in a row? Can he do that 3 times? That's all we really need, 3 times a game like that. Wow, great talks there from Meme. She's at a 1.2, getting across that point barrier, so that's going to add another one to her score. But yeah, this is a tricky board to navigate, and the missed rotation of the Z is not going to help her. Getting that bar left, though, crucial. Oh, but yeah, putting so much weight over that hole, that's not what you want to see when you're digging. Even if she gets out of it, that's less pace on her end, so all those bars were just poorly timed, 3 in a row, and none of them could be used for anything good, really. But yeah, the board's finally looking a bit cleaner. Are we going to see a setup? No, yeah, you could just see there's a bit of like mental hesitation with Meme there, putting that L in the middle of the stack. It's not a placement we usually see from a player of her caliber, but still able to get some points here. That's a 1.3. 1.4 is absolutely on the table from her, and I think that's what she's gunning for here. Oh, but she's selling out her board. Oh, no. Yeah, the mental game for Meme in these qualifiers has been a bit up and down, but a 1.3 is still definitely a score that she will take, and that will put her above the 40-point barrier. So looking like a pretty decent qualifier. That'll be definitely a top 10 seed.
Yeah, well, you know, using you as a benchmark, I guess that I guess she was already ahead of you, but
Yeah, she already was ahead by a point. So
that just shows, yeah, it was a good qual.
yeah, absolutely. Like, it's still a great qual for Meme.
And we still have 16 more minutes to go.
Right? That's 2 more games for Meme. So like, there's absolutely a whole lot of time for her to. She doesn't even need to get 1.6s, like 1.3s, 1.4s. That will totally do.
There we go. Zrobot getting a max out here. We'll see if he's able to kind of turn things around and get a really good game going here.
It's first game to level 29 in a hot minute here for Zrobot. Ooh, that missed JP's. The beam isn't arriving, and this is the exact time you need one. There we go. There's another one.
There we go. Need another one.
Oh, he's selling out the board. Needs this Tetris. I don't know if that'll get him to 1.1. Yeah, so
Quiet.
he's going to top out at a 1.0. That'll add 2 points, so at least he's getting something from it. It's not like he's topping out and he's not getting anything. He wasted 10 minutes of a game. So good on that end. But once again, Zero, right, showing a bit of the nerves, a bit of the inconsistency from a new player.
That's right. But again, like as we've said many times, like he's got a lot more time to get a lot better at Tetris. And as good as he is now, like I can only imagine what he's going to be like, 5-6 years from now if he keeps up with it.
And I can only imagine too, like.
I just honestly,
it's unbelievable.
Honestly. All right, so currently it looks like PixelAndy's got a pretty good game going here into level 21. He's in a bit of a drought and does not have an opening for that beam that he just got, unfortunately. So he's going to have to do a bit of digging here near the top of his board. But hopefully he'll be able to turn, this rocky game into something a lot better in the later levels here.
Yeah. Yeah, and you can see Andy's just going to take the safe route here. It's not an incredibly paced game by any means, but it's absolutely available for a max out. That's on the table. And those are the 2 points, right? You want to at least squeeze out something from your games. And of course, 29, there's infinite potential on there, right? So
absolutely.
That's the main goal here, right? That's why you're seeing a bit more. That's why you're seeing him take a triple like that. Safe plays that get him to the kill screen where the real points can be scored.
Absolutely. And off the top of your head, do you know, like, starting from 29, if you only got Tetrises into level 39, do you know how many points that is?
That's actually such a good question. I don't know the exact number, but like just from a playing standpoint, because I kind of memorize from like a efficiency standpoint, like how many points I can get for what Tetris rate or from what transition I get. So I could tell you that like a pretty decent game would be like 600,000 points on level 29. So yeah, if you have like a 1.0 into 29, that's a rollover. That's kind of the benchmark that I have for myself. And if you have a 1.1 in the kill screen, 600K is a 1.7. And 1.7 is a great score. So, if you think of it that way, I find it a lot easier to navigate 29 just from a mental standpoint, right? But
makes sense.
Yeah, but 700,000 points on level 29 is very doable. I've done that quite a few times. It's something that once you get to a top level, players can do if the bar timing isn't bad. And then like 800K, that's for like the Alex T's, the Blue Scooties. Those guys can get 800Ks like surprisingly consistently. I saw Alex T do that on the qual station right before I went up. It's incredible stuff what these guys can do.
Yeah, one thing that's interesting with this qual format is that a 1.6 is double the value of a 1.2. And if you think about it, I feel like that kind of makes sense. Like, in the tournament, if you're getting consistent 1.2s, like that'll take you places, but that's probably not going to do enough to, win the whole thing.
Yeah,
but if you can drop consistent 1.6s, I mean, you're winning the tournament,
Yeah, exactly, right? I mean, consistent 1.6 might not even win it, man. Like,
dude.
Scooty, Alex T, those guys are like consistent 1.7. 1.8's on the regular. Like, those guys are out of this world. And like those are scores that like I'll get a 1.8 and I'll be really happy. I'll be like, it's a great game. And then someone like Scooty will get it and be another day in the office for him, you know?
Yeah.
There's levels to it, man. There really is. But, you know, just because that's the case, obviously, you can't really deter yourself from a mental standpoint. But yeah, right now, Andy actually is having a very good comeback. Got a bit of a comeback story this game here. Had a poor transition scoring to 29, but oh no, this board. I shouldn't have spoke. Andy, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have said anything. But he's still going to get a max out here, which is going to be 2 points on the table for him. So he'll take at least something from it.
I feel like Zrobot's got a really good pace going here on level 19. And Meme's pace is also really good, so we'll see if
Yeah.
we're able to. Fortunately, board getting a little scary here. It's
Gets
just these
that
miss
bar
drops that I
left. He's-
assume are from controller issues.
Oh man, there we go. This is like
Okay,
kind of
clears
like
it out.
I like making this joke. It's got like the average Zrobot stack right now, you know, just a bit of a hole in the stack. But you know what? One thing about him, he gets out of it. And he'll do the dirtiest Tetrises you've ever seen, make it look like it was nothing. Like, he's definitely a really talented kid, you know, like, absolutely respect this robot. But as you can see, these holes in the stack, right, comes with time, comes with experience, learning when to make
Indeed.
those, when to not, right?
But I feel like all this experience, maybe from like clearing these kinds of stacks, like
Yeah,
will do him really well when he gets the controller right and he gets
Yes.
a bit more experience.
Absolutely.
Like, he'll just be able to take anything on. I feel like.
for sure. Yeah, and right now we're approaching the 10-minute mark, guys. So 10 minutes left in the qualifier pretty much for all of you. So make sure to get your last games in. Usually a max out length game is about 10 minutes depending on what level. I think level 19 will be like 7 to 8. So, 2 more games, maybe 1 more around that range for these players coming up. I think where Meme's at right now, like, if she gets to level 39, she might only be able to get 1 more game in after that. So, time's closing in on these players. There's not a whole lot left in the tank here.
So I'm curious if because I know you started playing on level 18 and then you switched to level 19 starts.
Yep.
Do you know how much time it saves starting on level 19 versus level 18?
Yeah, it absolutely adds up. It's probably like 2 minutes, a minute and a half every game. And for number of max outs, when that was the old qualifier format, that mattered a lot. You could get, I think, 17 or 18 in 2 hours. There's some like big number. On level 18, the number's like 15 or 16. Like, so it definitely makes a difference for that. And it's a similar principle here too. Like, if you can get more games in, obviously, there's more potential for how many high scores you can get. So it's a really similar type of situation there for sure. And right now, Meme's back on level 29. So she's been consistently getting 229 on decent pace. Like, we've seen Meme put up higher scores before, but the consistency here is definitely showing why she's a top player. And there's another Tetris. So she's at 1.2 right now. She's been hitting that pace a lot. 1.2 on 32, 31, around that range.
Yeah, consistency is key. Absolutely.
Yep, gets that bar to the left. I love that placement. Keeping the well open for as long as she can. He gets the long bar. So now 1.3 for me. Slowly eking the score up just a little bit here.
And Zrobot getting another max out here. We'll
Yeah.
see if he's able to keep it going.
Meme selling out the board here. Not getting anything to burn, but finally the bar comes. This board is not something you want to deal with. Keeping it open. I love how she played that. So this is going to give her the opportunity to keep piling on points here. Honestly, I think I might have topped out there. This is why Meme beat me last year. Stuff like this. And yeah, so Meme just needs a few thousand points to get to 1.4, but this board is aggressive. There's the bar, though, to get to the 1.4. Will we see another Tetris here? Yes, we will. Right under a 1.5 now for Meme. We're looking at 1.7 potential here, Max.
It's incredible stuff.
Yes.
I feel like,
Oh.
unfortunate misdrop.
Yeah, that T's not going to be great. That square is going to be super helpful, though.
And she's
Yup.
burning it.
J piece here would help a lot. Now an L would do it. The bar's adequate salation,
Wow.
though, and there we go, burning it down. 1.6 is on the table. Ooh, 1.7, I don't know about 1.7.
We'll see. Maybe a Tetris on the super kill screen.
You know, 1.7 is on the table. 2 Tetrises will do it. There's one.
Here we go.
She has one
Couple
burn for it.
burns.
I'm pretty sure that gets her this. She might need a super kill screen. She does. Oh no!
So close.
Wow, just 4,000 points away from the 1.7 for Meme. Still a very good game, don't get me wrong, but you know, that 1 point, right? It's so close. It's right, the light at the end of the tunnel is right there, and just to see it like taken away from you like that, it is a bit bittersweet,
It
but
is a
still,
bummer.
great game for Meme there. That rollover will do wonders for her seed right now. So that'll get her up to almost 50 points, I think, now.
Yeah, very impressive.
Very impressive stuff from Meme. So 50-point mark, that gets her past Tetris time. She's a top 5 seed now. Expected from a player like Meme. So yeah, she's holding up to that value that we hold her to. That's a few rollovers from her. Lot of consistency though. Lot of great consistency from Meme today.
Absolutely, yeah. I feel like, you know, it isn't just Meme. Like, it's pretty common, you know, starting out at qual to, you know, get a little bit of the rust off and
Exactly.
settle into things. And then, you know, you see stuff like this that really just knocks your socks off.
Yes, for sure. Like in the beginning of the qualifier, Meme, her first transition was like a 800K in the 29. And then now we're seeing here, she looks comfortable with these high stacks on 19. She looks like she's ready for it. So you absolutely love to see that on her end. And we obviously want her to perform to the best of her abilities, right?
Absolutely.
Speaking of like other great players here, of course, Andy as well, doing pretty decent here. He does have the ability to beat my qualifier here. This is very doable. I think a 1.4 I think will beat me on this game, and he has 2 more potential. I think he will get another one in after this. So let's see if Andy can get to that benchmark of beating me as well.
I believe a 1.4 would tie you, so
Yeah.
you need a 1.5 to surpass you. But I believe he'll have another game after this
Yes.
one.
So Andy with a very good opportunity to beat my qualifier here.
So Zrobot and Meme may be on their last games here.
Yeah, that looks like it's going to be the case.
Yeah, there is definitely a strategy. Like if you have bad pace and you're just not liking the stack, you know, and there's only a couple minutes left, you can, you know, intentionally top out to just get into a new game before the cutoff.
Yeah.
See if any of that ends up happening.
Yeah, and in the chat, we had someone say Meme could take over Dog in this last game, which is very true. Dog's sitting at 57, Meme at 52 right now, so this is absolutely doable.
All right, yeah, PixelAndy is definitely, you know, looking like he's going to be able to get a good game going here. So
Yes. Right now,
see what he can do on the kill screen.
he's at a max out right now, and obviously kill screen infinite potential here. That 1.5 will get him to beat my qualifier. So putting him into top 11, top 10 range. Let's see what he can do here. He's got 2 games to prove himself. Yeah, taking that safety triple. He wants to survive deep into the kill screen, and that's one of the main reasons why you see these players get such high scores, because they're able to score Tetrises and survive. And there we go. We're seeing that great skims from Andy going to a 1.1.
Yeah, I feel like Meme's pace is very good here with an 83% Tetris rate.
Wow, yeah, good job noticing that. I was paying attention to Andy, but Meme's pace here is great, man. This is high 600K potential. I don't know if it gets to 700K, but definitely high 600K, which is what you want on the last game. Like, this would be a great last
Absolutely.
game for Meme. Oh no, those misdrops for Andy. Oh, this is going to be so difficult to dig out of, but it is doable.
There
Oh
it
no, but
goes.
that flat bar is not what you want to see. And yeah, Andy going to top out right before a 1.3. That will get him up to
36.
36.
36. So he needs
36.
2 more. He needs
He
2
needs
more. So that's
2
to
more.
tie you.
To tie
beat you,
me.
he needs a 1.1. So we'll
Yes.
see if he's able to do it.
So Andy, all you need to beat my qualifier is a 1.1 million. No pressure. You got
No
2
pressure.
minutes to start your game. And as we close to the end of the qualifying timer, you'll see some players take a little break before their last game, you know, mentally prepare themselves for what's to come. Definitely is the play. We'll
Yeah,
see.
there's no need to rush. I mean, I feel like you can even go back to a level 18 start.
For
since
sure. That's what I did on my
no-
last game,
no
and I
penalty
think
for doing so.
yeah, and I think Alex T did that too. So definitely an option for these.
It looks
players.
like Zrobot's gonna. I'm not sure if it was intentional or not,
I
but he's
it
gonna
might
top
have
out
been.
and start a new game here.
Yeah,
so
which is a
probably
great
the
play as well. If you're behind in the pace you want to be, you know, you can always reset the game, especially if it's your last one, right?
move. Yeah, Meme's still maintaining a great pace here.
Absolutely. We're looking at a max out on 24 potentially here for me. I'm assuming things all go right. And yeah, she is playing one row off the bottom, which, you know, it is a risk that these players take, right? It's for more efficiency, but you're higher up the board at the same time. So let's see if this gamble here pays off. Someone behind me saying she's definitely getting 2 mil. I don't know who it was, but if that happens, I lose $20. So
Well, is it only in the tournament that the
No, anytime.
bet was placed? Anytime. Wow.
I mean, like anytime that like qualifier or a tournament, yeah.
okay.
So
Well, this could be the dagger. I mean,
this could be it. Meme, for my wallet, don't do it, but for your own sake, please do. This board, not great, but oh, that L piece
that was a great
perfect.
bailout. Right
Oh
there.
my
That was
goodness.
really good.
You love to see that. And yeah, right now she's at a max out. This is a great game. Max out on 25 is an easy 1.2, and she brings the board down to the first row as well. So everything's going her way so far.
Absolutely.
And that's what you want to see on the last game. You want that momentum, not just, ooh. Yeah, but you want that momentum, not just as your last game. Wow.
Oh, Meme intentionally topping out,
Wow.
starting a new game. That's
know what?
not something I expected.
You know what?
But
that
makes
is
a lot of sense.
That makes a lot of sense. She's got 30 seconds left. She's gonna have enough time to start another game. Yeah, 18 start meme. Yeah, there we go. Okay.
There we go.
You know, a bit of a commentator assistance there,
If
but
you think about it, you know, if she's confident, like she can do that again, like that's 3 extra points
yes,
she wouldn't have gotten otherwise.
and that's a potential huge ROI there. You know,
absolutely,
huge return on investment.
absolutely. Hey,
7, 6,
six,
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
1.
Few people say Tetris back there, but it's actually the call for a last game. So no more games can be started after this point. Players, this is your final chance. Andy, this is your final chance to be my qualifier. No pressure. I'm going to stop talking to him now. Last time I did, he topped out. So, but yes, all these players on their last games. Let's see what Zro can do. Let's see what Scout can do. And then, of course, let's see what Meme can do with the potential to surpass Dog's qualifier here. And even Sinev's, you know what? Even Sinev's. Sinev with a 60. Meme, if she gets 6 points here, will tie. 7 to break it.
Well, you know, in theory, as we've said, 2 million, it's always an option. It's always
course.
possible.
2 million is an option too. Shoot. With 2 million, she passes Blue Scooty.
Yeah.
You know? And that would definitely piss off a lot of people because then Alex and Scooty are on the same side of the bracket. So, you know what? Maybe don't get 2 million.
Yeah, I wasn't even thinking about that, but yeah, it definitely seems right for them to be on opposite sides, but
Yes.
you never know, man. I mean,
You never know.
sometimes, the quals just don't, go exactly as you thought they would.
Yep. And this could be a bit of a villain story for Meme, you know? What if she does get, I think a 1.9 would do it. So, like, if she drops some crazy high score like that and suddenly Alex and Scooty on the same side of the bracket, like, that's scary stuff, man. And I honestly, like, in terms of the tournament, it would be sick to see them play the top 4, but in the finals, assuming they get there, I mean, you can't obviously, bank on that, but that is the expected finals matchup for a lot of people this year. Of course, all these players wanting to disprove that, right? Meme trying to get back to the finals. Of course,
Yeah.
someone like me, I'm always going to try my best, right?
Yeah.
All these players want to disprove the narrative of Alex and Scooty being the 2 best in the world, right? They really want to put their own name on there. So, see what they're able to do in this last game.
I feel like this year we definitely have the potential for a dark horse getting into the top 4. I mean, I feel like that was kind of you last year, even though you had a good qual and you've always been recognized as a good player.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of good
Definitely
players.
by you.
There's a lot of good players who play this game.
Absolutely, right? So it's never really a given of who makes the top 4 or the top 8, right? There's usually what I say is there's always going to be at least one person every year that's a bit coming out of nowhere, a bit unexpected, right? And you always have to be open to that because that could sometimes show you who's going to be out the next year, right? Who's going to really amp it up for the future. Top 8's kind of like the stepping stone for that, right? Yeah, and once again, Meme stacking for those dirty Tetrises. 2 rows off the bottom this time, but oh my goodness, that long bar was beautiful. The beam timing from Linder, unmatched right there. Gonna get the board down to the bottom. And
Thank you, Linder.
thank you very much, Linder. She is still on amazing pace too. 86% Tetris rate. Looking at a 400K by 80 lines. For me, that's a benchmark for around 700K pace. Maybe a little bit under that right now, but still a very good game for Meme.
Right,
Oh, no.
Zrobot.
Zrobot.
A little scary here.
And this is right before the transition too. Wow, gets that T left.
There we go.
This is diggable. This is doable with the right pieces.
Oh,
yes.
my goodness.
Yes. Opens up the
Clearing.
well.
Where's the beam?
Where's the
Linder,
beam?
Where's the beam?
Linder, please. Where's the beam? There
There
we
it
go.
is.
Wow.
Incredible.
That was a life or death scenario. Dig there for Zrobot. He's trying to get the last points on in his qualifier. So, once again, this is the last game for all these players.
I know.
No more after this. They need to clutch up, all of them here, if they want to improve their seeding.
I mean, I feel like that type of clutchness is exactly what you need to.
Oh
perform
no,
well in
Zrobot.
the tournament.
Yeah, missing those 4 taps to the left has been a bit of a theme for him here today. Gets another bar, though, and another one, so that's going to help him bring the board down. But these scares here for Zro, of course, a bit of controller issues or maybe mechanics. Sometimes it's a skill issue. Can never rule that out. But, but yeah, Zrobot here is looking to put on some points here to end off the night.
But I was gonna say, like, that ability to just, when things get really, really scary there in a time sensitive situation, just being able to get out of it, I think serves you well in a tournament format. Absolutely.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, as you see, once again, the board here for Zrobot, a little bit messy. Gonna take what looks to be the right burn so far. Let's see if he continues. Yup, great J piece. So this is gonna be a very, very diggable situation for Zro. A little bit behind maxout place and very interesting square placement, banking on the long bar. It's not even a Tetris for him. And the drought climbing, going to almost 20 pieces, hitting 20 now. Where's the bar? It's not even a Tetris for him, so kind of a low ROI on that, for all you business students out there.
Thankfully gets the bar.
Yep. And
Seems like he needs another one, though.
yep, needs another one to clean this out. There we
Here
go.
he goes. Let's see if he can start digging this now.
Is he setting up again? Okay, he isn't. Thank you, Zrobot, for burning down. I really appreciate it.
We are on level 27. We gotta prepare
Yep.
for the kill screen.
He's going to prepare his board for the kill screen. And we have Scout finishing his last game with a 576. So huge thank you to Scout. He's got the camera out taking photos. Of course, Scout, one of the best photographers we have in the scene. So huge shouts to him. Huge shouts to him for qualifying as well. Always great to see him on the stage. Ooh, Zrobot getting all those bars. Those bars helped him a lot right there. And he's going to be at around a 900K going into kill screen, even with those S pieces. Oh, dear. This is going to be tricky for Zro if he wants to eke out any points. Oh, no. That's going to do it for Zrobot. He's not going to add up onto a score, but huge congratulations to Zrobot. Amazing qualifier from him. Showing the world what he's made of with that 1.7. That game right there really scares you, for the future. And overall, just great qualifier from him. I look forward to seeing what he does in the future and what he does in the tournament.
Yeah, absolutely. We still got some Tetris for him to play this weekend.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to that.
Absolutely. And now we have the final 2 games of the night. And a bit of 2 different tales here. Meme is on a blazing pace right now. 900,000 on 23. And Andy, kind of the exact opposite, almost 250,000 points behind, give or take. Not a great paced game. Both still max-outable, of course, but I think Andy's goal right here is to beat that 1.1 margin and beat my qualifier. Of course, even do better than that, but the goal I have for him, at least, is to do that.
Yeah, I feel like this is almost the exact same pace that Meme had last game, which just shows how confident she was that
Yes.
she'd be able to do it again, and so far she has.
That's right. It's getting paces like this is not easy. Getting on consistent 1.2, even this game, 1.3 might be on the table. Don't quote me on that, but it might be. Getting on these paces consistently is just proof of her a testament to her skill, but also her clutchness. This is at the very end of the qualifier, Max.
Yeah, I mean, this game, you have the most eyes, most attention. It matters. The
Absolutely.
most. The timer's off.
Yup. This isn't the best board, but those pieces will help. Just that gap in the middle of the stack. Yeah, you see, choosing to use that T piece for it. Left side of the stack, not great either. But yeah, great burns to burn it out. Looks like 1.2 with 4 burns on the table, so likely that we're going to see it going into kill screen. And with the 1.2, this time, that's 600k transition, 600k post we were talking about earlier, Max. That right there, if you get that, that's a 1.8.
Yeah.
And that scares people. 700k? Do you know what 700k means?
That means we're splitting. Alex T and Scooty would be on the same side of the bracket.
Correct.
I think that's exactly what that
And
means.
Meme is absolutely capable of something like that. So this game right here is huge for the seeding of the tournament.
Possibly the biggest game of this qualifier. So
Yes, I honestly say so too. Yup. And meanwhile, on the other side, Andy just not at a good score right now going into the kill screen. So if he wishes to beat my qualifier, he needs to dig out of this, get it into Tetris mode, and do exactly what Meme's doing right now. I mean, look at her stack. She is going for it. That's a 1.3 on 31. Absolutely doable for her to get some crazy score here. Like, a 1.7 here is absolutely doable. 400,000 points for the next 5 levels. Honestly, like, that's not even that hard for a top player like me. Like, on my end, I think that's very doable for her. And Andy's going to top out here. So, unfortunately, on his end, he's not going to beat my qualifier, but still ends up doing pretty decent here. 36 points, 1 off 37 for Curler, unfortunately. But
no one wants to get the magic 37.
yeah, I'm hoping we see a 37, of course, if you know who Curler is. Mario speedrunning legend.
And Tetris player.
And Tetris player. He got me into Tetris, so that's why I always shout him out all the time. But get back to this game here. Meme, wow, that was aggressive. Oh my goodness. And another Tetris. 1.5 on this is 1.8 is on the table here for sure. I don't know about 1.9 off the top of my head. But with this efficiency, the bar's coming for it. Look at this bar timing.
Incredible.
Incredible. Look at her. She's absolutely calm right now too. That T misdrop is not great.
Need a bar, though. Need a bar. We're getting a bit of a drought here.
Beautiful Z piece. There's the bar.
Oh, there we go.
1.8 is absolutely on the table here. I don't know about 1.9. Maybe she goes perfect. Don't quote me on that. Yeah, she's taking the burns, but this drought, it's almost 30 pieces. She's not getting anything. 32. There it is. Just off of
1,000 more.
There we go. 1.7. And there we go. 1.7 for Meme. Wow. What a last game. That was incredible.
Absolutely incredible.
Incredible final game for Meme. That was unbelievably clutch. 1.7 final score. That will add how many?
That'll be 9 points, and I believe that.
Where does that put her?
Scooty, right?
Does that beat Scooty?
That's 64 points, right?
Does that beat Scooty?
Yeah.
That beat guys. Scooty and Alex T are on different sides of the bracket because of Meme's clutch game at the very end. You can see her reaction. She is ecstatic from that game. What a performance for Meme to clutch it out.
And we have a note coming in here. You know, Zrobot obviously performed very well. Apparently, that 1.7 was his PB with the level 39.
Wow.
He did it in the qualifier.
So, Zrobot here as well. I mean, 1.7 as a PB in the qualifier is insane work. So, huge congrats to all these players. We saw some crazy stuff today, man.
Yeah,
wow.
Absolutely. And Meme, by, you know, just splitting up, you know, Alex and Scooty on opposite sides of the bracket and everything, Meme versus Scooty could be a very exciting semifinal matchup if they both go the distance.
For sure. I mean, yeah, we're talking about, you know, splitting up the bracket, but even then, you know, like, these plays are still great. Meme and Scooty can put on an absolute show. So it's, you know, it's still not the end of the world, right, guys? But, yeah. Yes, for sure. So, of course, we have some sponsors here for the event. We have the Tetris board game. Of course, actually, they got a lot of the top players to actually go over to the other side there and try it out for themselves, you know, put some pieces of the board. It's really fun from me trying it. They have cards. It's really sick. Check out the Tetris board game. Even as a top player, you know, it's fun just like playing around with it, and it's a great gift for anyone, you know. And also, Max, you can get the next one. Let's see. It's right here. Go on.
yeah, we have Stand Up to Cancer, which, you know, obviously a great cause to support. Glad to have them as, you know, a sponsor here. And I don't know if we need to shout out the Tetris gummies.
Tetris gummies,
as well.
yes.
I mean,
Shouts to the Tetris gummies. I've been slowly munching on this bag over the course of the commentary. They're great. I remember when I first had them in 2023 in Portland.
Yeah.
I went through like 4 or 5 bags of those. So
yeah, I remember buying a bunch of these. They were like on fire sale at the end of the event. So we I've had quite a few of these. They're very
yeah,
good.
for sure. So that's a high recommendation for me right there. Tetris board game, Stand Up to Cancer. Huge shouts to them. Obviously, great cause. And the Tetris gummies, great cause for your mouth. So,
Absolutely.
but yeah, it's been on my end. It's been a pleasure hosting all the Mario guys this year. I'm hoping we could run it back next year. Maybe like a match. We'll see. Don't put that in the books yet, but I'll see what I can do on my end. But it's been a pleasure hosting all of you guys. It's been a pleasure having you on, Max.
Yeah, man, this was a lot of fun. I'm glad we were able to do this. Tetris again it's just such a cool community to, I'm not like super ingrained, but just being on the periphery and observing and playing a bit of the game myself as well. Like I only have positive things to say.
Yeah, absolutely. And right after this, we're going to have the TGM tournament, and we're going to see a bunch of actually Japanese players coming up for this one. TGM is very big in Japan. We have a lot of big names. We have Green Tea, SQR. I met all of them earlier today. They actually checked up the Mario section. And first of all, amazing group of people. Absolutely love them. But thank you. Shouts to Zrobot's dad, by the way. Best photographer. Next to GameScout, top
We
tier.
got a lot of good.
We got a lot of great
in the
photographers,
community,
but
it's pretty incredible. Like genuinely having
apparently your
photos,
mic's off.
like it of the event that are really high quality. It means a lot.
yeah. But yeah, so we do have the TGM coming on after this, so definitely stick around to watch that. I actually don't know which Twitch channel it's going to be on, but if you're here in person, it's going to come on in around 30 minutes. So definitely stick around for that if you're in person. I'll get word on which Twitch channel it's on in a second. So, but yeah, stick around for that. It's going to be a great tournament too. TGM is a very fun game to watch. I've seen Eric play it a little bit before, of course, former CTWC champion, but they've shown me some crazy stuff. So if you want to see, it's a different style of Tetris, but if Tetris is Tetris, it's awesome.
I know.
Yeah.
Lots of different flavors, just like
40?
like the
Okay.
Tetris gummies.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's going to be 40 minutes. That's, is this, 4-0? Yeah, 4-0. There we go. Look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay.
that's gonna do it for us. So
Yep.
I've been Maximum. This has been Eyeball.
Yep.
We've appreciated the opportunity to be y'all's host for this qualifier or this section of the qualifier.
Yes.
And yeah, enjoy the TGN tournament that we have coming
Yes. And of course, thanks to all the viewers. Thanks to everyone who came watching. I look forward to seeing all of you hopefully here tomorrow and Sunday for the rest of the tournament. And this qualifies Saturday morning too, but the real tournament starts tomorrow. So
right.
Stick around. And that's where I'm going to sign off too, Max. It's been a pleasure. Everyone at home, it's been a pleasure. Have a great rest of your day. Enjoy the TGM. Peace out.
up. So y'all.